backs have been sacked 5 times. And look out, this might be number 6. Down goes Danny White, and Coy Bacon is again the man close. Number 79 has had a great day.
3 sacks.
Rogers throw back, gives to Dorsett, and Dorsett is chased back behind the line of scrimmage and now swings around to the outside, out of bounds by Neil Olkowitz, the middle linebacker.
Great play by Coy Bacon, number 79. Coy, they don't know how old number 79 is. Coy played with Charlotte in that semi-pro league. He played with the Bengals, the Rams at one time.
San Diego.
Got 7 sacks this year, and looks like he's recycled the whole system. Great play on Dorsett.
Coy Bacon was a defensive lineman who played 14 years in the NFL, from 1968 to 1981. Make no mistake about it, there was nothing coy about Bacon's immense talents. He was a disruptive force on the defensive front, equally dominant against the run as he was the pass, with a seemingly non-stop motor. As sacks did not become an official NFL statistic until 1982, the year following Bacon's retirement. Unofficially, Coy Bacon is officially credited with 130.5 career NFL sacks, 22nd in NFL history, more than Randy White, Charles Haley, Andre Tippett, and Fred Dean, all of whom are rightfully members of the Pro Football Hall of Fame. Coy Bacon played for 4 NFL teams: the Rams, the Chargers, the Bengals, and the Redskins. In 1964, Bacon tried out for the AFL's Houston Oilers, who were coached by legendary quarterback Slinging Sammy Baugh. However, he did not make the team after it was discovered he had yet to graduate from Jackson State University. Instead, Bacon's professional career would begin in 1965 as a member of the Charleston Rockets of the newly formed and short-lived Continental Football League. In 1966, Bacon was named as an all-star defensive end for the Rockets. He then would sign as an undrafted free agent with the Dallas Cowboys in 1967 before catching the eye of Los Angeles Rams future Hall of Fame coach George Allen, who traded a 5th-round draft pick to the Dallas Cowboys in 1968, bringing Bacon to Los Angeles, where he would become a vital part of the second wave of the Rams' fabled fearsome foursome defensive line. In 1973, Bacon was traded south to the San Diego Chargers in the trade that would bring John Hadle north from the Chargers to the Rams. In San Diego, Bacon was a bright spot on what were otherwise awful San Diego Charger teams. In 1976, Bacon was traded from the Chargers to the Bengals for wide receiver Charlie Joyner, a player who would go on to set the NFL all-time receptions mark. As many people forget, not only did Joyner play for the Cincinnati Bengals, he began his NFL career as a member of the Houston Oilers. With the Cincinnati Bengals in 1976, it is argued that Bacon set the NFL all-time single-season sack record with a mind-blowing 26.5 sacks in only 14 games. Step aside, Magic Michael Strahan.
He faked the handoff, rolled right, and then just slid down in front of Strahan. You gotta be kidding.
In 1978, future Hall of Fame general manager Bobby Beathard of the Washington Redskins made one of his first major moves as GM of the Redskins, acquiring Bacon and his teammate, perennial All-Pro cornerback Lamar Parrish. In exchange, the Redskins sent the Bengals a first-round draft choice in 1979, effectively assuring the Redskins would go an entire decade plus without a first-round draft choice in the NFL draft. In the nation's capital, Bacon would play for his former teammate with the Rams, new Redskins head coach, the underrated and underappreciated Jack Pardee, who was replacing coach George Allen, the man who ironically brought both Bacon and Pardee to the Los Angeles Rams. Pardee in 1966, convincing him to return to professional football after Pardee survived melanoma, and Bacon in 1968, trading for him from the Cowboys. Bacon officially recorded 15 sacks in 1979 and 11 in 1980, leading the Redskins in sacks each of his last 3 years, including leading the team with 3 sacks when he was waived 3 games into the 1981 season by a different Hall of Fame coach, Joe Gibbs.
Well, right now I just had to leave an old job because the difference is with my boss. Huh?
I had problems with my boss.
Got troubles with your boss?
Right.
Uh-huh.
The Redskins would go on to win Super Bowl 17 the following year, and it's quite a shame Bacon wasn't a part of that famed Hogs team. Following what he felt to be an embarrassing dismissal from the National Football League, Coy Bacon was determined to restore both his pocketbook and his reputation. He would soon find himself again in a league that was newly formed and short-lived, playing 1 year in the USFL with the Washington Federals, registering 6.5 sacks. At the presumed age of 41, following his playing days, Bacon worked briefly as a professional wrestler. In 1986, Bacon was shot while in his Tacoma Park, Maryland apartment. The shooting helped turn Bacon kosher. Bacon referred to the shooting as a wake-up call. He became a born-again Christian and left the Washington, D.C. area for Ironton, Ohio, the town in which Bacon had grown up, and began working as a juvenile corrections officer. A comment on the website of the Ironton Tribune following Bacon's passing in 2008 reflected Bacon's reputation in the small southern Ohio town. Mr. Bacon has done so much for the children of Ironton, and he will be greatly missed. He coached my daughter in basketball and was such a positive influence. My heart goes out to his family and friends. Humorously, it was sometimes disputed as to what Bacon's actual age really was.
You gotta love him. Coy says he's 39 years old. Some people dispute that. And it's not that they're saying he's 36 or 37. They're looking more into the numbers in the 40s. But Coy says 39 years old. He's got the rap down. He knows that he was supposed to be born in 1944, and I believe it. He's playing like he's 29.
Lander McCoy Bacon was born August 30th, 1942 in Cadiz, Kentucky. He played high school football in Ironton, Ohio, and college football at Jackson State University. He started his professional career in the Continental Football League, and Bacon eventually worked his way into the National Football League by signing with the Dallas Cowboys as a free agent before joining the Rams in 1968. He was voted as the Rams Defensive Lineman of the Year in 1971 and 1972 by the Rams Alumni Organization.
At tackle, there is Roger Brown, who crushes the scales at 290. Merlin Olsen brings speed and savvy as well as size to the interior line. Young Coy Bacon is a promising second-year man from Jackson State. Together, their weight is 1,070 pounds, which is what frequently landed on Washington Redskin quarterback Sonny Jurgensen last Sunday.
This new version of the fearsome foursome has sacked opposing quarterbacks 37 times. Once again, one of the best in the NFL.
The Rams captured the trophy as they sacked Atlanta quarterback Bob Berry 10 times for 74 yards in losses.
8-5-1 is a good season. A season in which they had come together in many ways. They had won with their defense. Swooped in like attack eagles on the Falcon quarterbacks. Coy Bacon and Isaiah Robertson kept the Packers on the ropes. His runners and his receivers. Coy Bacon and Merlin Olsen were devastating.
But what came earlier was Ram defensive domination.
The thunder and lightning of the front line crashed down on many a runner.
Midway in the third quarter, the Ram defense won the game. First, a Myron Patios tackle jarred the ball loose, and number 79, 270-pound Coy Bacon scored the first Ram touchdown of the day.
Harassed him into throwing 2 interceptions and in general gave a day-long demonstration of how to set the passing game back to 1912.
And then the touchdown you just saw. Matty upset. Coy Bacon was there, 79. Dave Jones helped out.
Gale Sayers showed for the first time that he has recovered from a crippling knee injury. Football's most devastating one-man attack.
Larry Brown runs into a lot of trouble. Oh, does he draw a crowd? Gene Howard finally
pitch. He goes out. You'll see Coy Bacon, 79. Second down and a whole bunch from the 24. The draw play to Larry Brown. As we take a look at, I believe, Ray Schonke holding Coy Bacon. The field goal attempt would have to be made against the wind, a brisk wind. And that's what it'll be as Coy Bacon moves across to bury Larry Brown.
But sometimes in looking back on our misfortune, it's healthier to laugh than cry. And after all, the season did have its moments of humor. Number 79, Coy Bacon, stood out on the defensive line. Bacon is a stopper, and in 74 he will move outside again from tackle to his original position at end. Hopefully this move will benefit the overall defense, because in 73 Bacon and his teammates did most of their hitting out of frustration.
Although San Diego gave up 38 points, the blame did not rest with its defense. Defensive tackle Coy Bacon, who broke down Redskin plays before they began. Denver place kicker Jim Turner pulled a Garo Yepremian. Coy Bacon, a 6'4", 278-pounder, was the recipient, and he lugged it 80 yards for the score. It was a trend that continued throughout the day as the oft-battered Chargers turned ferocious ball hawks. But while some San Diego players have gotten lean and mean in defeat, some could not forget their nice guy ways. But last week, the lean and mean prevailed, and the Lightning Bolt Brigade struck hard, fast, and often on defense.
If one were to pick a concept best describing the Bengal organization, total team would do nicely. For since Paul Brown founded this franchise in 1976 Cincinnati Bengals, where Super Bowl dreams could easily materialize on the might of possibly the finest total team in their 9-year history, only one major obstacle remained. Vital would be their ability to obtain a big, crafty rushman, molded from the fires of previous NFL battles. San Diego had just such a veteran in Coy Bacon, who, after trading his Charger blue hat for one of Bengal orange, came face to face with all the doubts and speculations that haunt and follow a 34-year-old defensive end. But if there were any questions about the aged talents of number 79, they were quickly answered. Coy Bacon was reborn in 1976 on a team that warmed from his competitive fires, which joyfully blazed again. Number 79 arrived through rain, sleet, and snow to deliver the word personally. Coy Bacon was back. The pass rush expert claimed 26 sacks by himself, and the Bengals more than doubled their pass rush total from the year before.
Trailing 3-0. Who's it? He got it. Oh! Up Cincinnati defense. That's Coy Bacon, his 22nd sack in the running for another Super Bowl shot. Who's it? Rush on him. He's hit. That may take him out of field goal range, too. That's right. Coy Bacon, his second sack. There's your man. That's the man, yep. Fumble, but the whistle was already blown.
Under such strain, quarterbacks began to crack.
Defense. You need some of it, and offense wouldn't hurt either.
Mike Freedy playing the left side, and he overthrows Coder. One reason, getting tremendous heat from Coy Bacon. So Bacon is battling Tim Stokes.
Let's watch this now. Of course, Tim Stokes played with Coy Bacon. They know each other, and Tim Stokes was saying, geez, I'm not happy that I have to open up my first game with Bacon. You see what he did? He overextended himself.
On a third down, 5. A blitz. And Hart doesn't have a check. Coy Bacon. Inside handoff. Dorsett. And Dorsett runs into big Coy Bacon. A loss of a couple. You know, Bacon always fools you, John. Every year they write him off. He's too old. He had one of his greatest preseasons ever this year. Still superb on the pass rush, and tonight evidencing his ability against the run. 37 years old. 13 years with us. Started with the Cowboys. Yeah, Washington. No place to go. Piled up into the pile, and then Coy Bacon.
There's the blitz being made by Houston. They get the Galvin across the ball. It doesn't work. The ball is fumbled. And the Redskins have it. Don't know where they come from, but they sure do come.
Hines got it. Throw it. It's intercepted and dropped.
Was that something?
Coy Bacon.
The big man Roosevelt leads, but he had pounded it on driven backward.
Second down, 7. Anderson behind Terry Steele. And put on by Get Good. And now you see as they push him over to the sidelines, he's quit. And now Bacon just kind of giving the stuff out of bounds.
That's out of bounds. He may have lost something on that one. Ken Houston, Coy Bacon. Underlay again for Dorsett. Down goes Dorsett. Taken there by 37-year-old Coy Bacon over the right side. A gain of maybe a yard. Third and 5. Broke it up. That looks like Coy Bacon. Coy Bacon batted it down. Coy Bacon putting the pressure on. Bill Morrow. Second and 8. Coy Bacon, he knows that the only way to get back in this game. Bacon takes the swipe at it. Hard back. Bacon putting pressure on. So Washington gets the ball. And Washington down. Hit by Coy Bacon, who's playing a fine defensive game for Washington tonight. He really is.
OJ going to try the middle, and they just stack him up. Kamlo looking, and in trouble, and swamp back at the 41.
Danny White stands in there. Ball deflected back in the arms of Danny White. That can only happen on Monday Night Football.
Especially Coy Bacon. There's a handoff and maybe a yard gain, that's all. And Bacon, among others, there to stack it up.
There's a right hand ran over the tackle, the offensive tackle.
On a draw, the Redskins had the best defense for that. They had everybody up. Dogging, blitzing is great to stop the draw.
Condition to play, and whoa!
He just moved again.
And Coy Bacon comes flying through. Let's see if they call Stokes for drawing Bacon off.
I would think that they would. Once an offensive
74 offense.
Once an offensive lineman assumes that three-point stance, he can't move at all.
And I'm sure he sees Coy Bacon in his dreams, and he's almost flinching before the snap.
Right, and he used to practice against him. He knows
74 offense, false start.
Oh, that's not fair, Ben. That's Ben right, referee. You know, once is enough. You don't have to say twice.
Yeah, that's right. Stokes is saying, I don't need the publicity.
Yeah. They never say anything when they never say, geez, did you see that block Stokes made?
Coy Bacon brings home the bacon.
Winningest Washington Redskins coach of all time. Today back in Washington, but as head coach of the Chicago Blitz. Weather you would expect here in RFK Stadium in late October or early November. It feels like football weather. Hello, I'm Jim Lampley, and I'll be honest with you. I will wait to see how many of you are that anxious to see football in spring, but everything I've seen and heard in the past 3 weeks leads me to believe that this experiment, the United States Football League, has a great chance of flying. Clearly, in my view, there are enough pro football players to go around for this league to field a credible product. And clearly, there are enough big-name football coaches, some of them with long-standing identities in American football, who are willing to commit themselves to this project. The rest is up to you. But if you're going to stick with us today, you're going to see a lot of new faces and a fascinating story. And this is what he doesn't do well. He's doing all right here. He did hold on to the football and get back to the 33-yard line for a gain of 1 yard. Number 70, Drew Taylor, was the man who got in there and chased him out of the pocket. 79, Coy Bacon, got there too.
That's a great play by Coy Bacon. Quarterback drops back. Now watch the quarterback. He's got to try to hit the man across the middle, but the protection breaks down with Taylor. But now watch the effort on Coy Bacon right there. Come on, Coy! Yeah!
You gotta love him. Coy says he's 39 years old. Some people dispute that. And it's not that they're saying he's 36 or 37. We're looking more into the numbers in the 40s. But Coy says 39 years old. He's got the rap down. He knows that he was supposed to be born in 1944, and I believe it.
He's playing like he's 29.
Now Corral is going to try a 51-yard field goal, which is blocked.
There's the break.
Free ball. Bugs is in the slot, 3rd and 2. Gives to Kevin Long, and this time he is wrapped up. That is becoming a bit predictable because Long has gotten a call on every short yardage play all day. This time Ronnie Estee and Coy Bacon made the play.
Notice Estee and Bacon are the guys making the big plays for him. That's experience, and that's what you expect from those two guys, and good leadership. You know what's happened to the blitz flipping during the run back. First thing.